Hello and welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator 2015. Now I'm sitting here working in my garage. It's quite a nice garage. And I noticed on my computer that it says Car Mechanic Simulator, and I wondered if I'm living a dream. Living a dream. Living a dream. Anyway, so good. And then I decided just to get on with things. Right, timing needs replacing, sloppy car steering and loud exhaust. That sounds like a job for us. Living a dream. Living it up. Sorry, dozing off. Wow, that's a morning after curry kind of colour, isn't it? Oof. Liquid pissing out your ass. Sorry. Okay, so the job is... They've got buttons on the back of this wing mirror. Anyway, sorry. Do. Loud exhaust, apparently all of it. Sloppy car steering, some of it. And the timing. Okay, well the timing's easy to fix. Sloppy car steering will be down to some horrible suspension problems, I'd imagine. Yeah, here we go, look. Steering rack issues. So we need to get it up on the rack, which is the car torture area, of course. We're going to stretch it out the car and make it... I can't even bother with that analogy. Alright. These tyres look good condition. Most of the wheels I've had in here are knackered. Right. So. I need this inner tie rod. Go on the other side, do the same, then I can take off the steering rack. Do. Alright, so one inner tie rod and then one steering rack. And must be underneath the car to take it off, of course. Of course! Right, so nothing else on the steering stroke suspension at the front end looks dodgy. Everything looks pretty spiffy, actually. I thought that was a weird suspension arm for a moment, but it's an oxygen tank in the distance. Good. Alright, so that seems to be that. Let's have a quick check at the back. Nothing obviously terrible apart from the exhaust. Can't really see much on the other side, but it looks okay. I suppose I could have just checked the list, actually. Sloppy car steering. Well, there was a couple of pits. Surely that's the steering rack. Why has it not listed them? That's a bit bizarre. Unless the steering rack doesn't have a problem with the sloppy steering, which, I don't know, I'm going to go right ahead and say isn't the case. Ooh, oh, there we go, I found something at the back anyway. I'm intrigued as to why the steering rack isn't included as something that's wrong. Did I not check the percentage and it actually wasn't that bad? So that's 27%. Let's have a look in the inventory. All the other stuff I haven't sold from the previous jobs, of course. So where is... Oh, I haven't taken it off yet. Oh, Jesus. Jesus! So, yeah. It won't put it in the list if I haven't taken it off yet. So that'll be the final piece that I'm missing. So now, we can look at the sloppy car steering. We've got it all. Yes. Alright. Timing is pressing yes. Exhaust hasn't been found. Well, pretty sure it's all these bits, to be honest. The bit connected to the car engine thingy doesn't seem to be a problem. There's no front end. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's the timing issues, yeah. So, yes, it doesn't seem to need a manifold thing. Technical terms. Okay, and if we could just click on something else and get a bit close to the rear muffler. Okay, so that should be everything discovered. Yes, alright, so let's do this. Front exhaust pipe V8 times 2. Front exhaust V8 times 2. Yep. Catalytic converter and exhaust pipe. Catalytic converter and exhaust pipe. Middle muff and rear muffler V8. Middle muff. Middle muff. Rear muffler V8. So that's all those parts. So we can go right ahead and stick them on. Okay, that's that bit done. Awesome. Right, next we need to not be looking at that. Timing needs replacing. We need a belt tensioner, 2 timing belts. So let's get the belt tensioner. Timing belt. Timing belt V8. Water pump V8, water pump pulley, water pump V8, water pump V8, and a water pump pulley. I don't know what that is either. Sloppy car steering, we need 2 inner tie rods, 2 inner tie rods, a steering rack, and a rear sway bar rear end link, I believe, just from the shape. Yes. Okay. So let's do all the steering-y stuff. So we start off by wanting to put the steering rack on. That goes at the front, which is this end. It's taken me a while, but I've worked it out. So 1 steering rack, and stick the inner tie rod on whilst we can. Do that. Yeah, it doesn't really matter if we do it here or not, to be honest. Putting the car down anyway to work in the engine. So back right had the sway bar rear end doohickey. There it goes. Bolty, and then the wheel can go back on. Your fancy wheels with no rust. That's done, and then there's a little bit of suspension to stick in here. So we've got the inner tie rod, we've done that one, and the outer tie rod. Pop that back on, and the wheel back. Awesome. Jip, 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 jip. There we go. And the same on this side. Alright. So just the timing should be left now. Should be those 2 other parts of the job done. Tick tick. So just the timing. So we need to be under the hood. All the timing's at the front here, so we have to take off all these belts. Oh yeah. Take the idle roller off first. Belt. Belt tensioner. Water pump pulley, that's what that is, right? Water pump. Was that everything? Water pump pulley, belt, yeah, I think so. So then we're going to refit mode. Let's stick all the new bits in. Put the pulley on top. There we go. Service belt. Where are these other timing belts then? There's lots of belts. Is this all covering? Oh, it is covering a timing cover. Oh, I have to take all this stuff off, don't I, to get to the timing belts underneath. God, look at all these bloody rollers and things. Wow, that's just tedious. Oh, I'll probably have to take that off. Yeah, hello. Bolting. Yeah, I know, I'm just putting you on, but I'm taking you off again. Oh wow, I've got to take off the heads as well. Good grief. In fact, maybe I don't have to take anything else. Oh, I'm bound to have to take everything else off. Yeah, everything's red, look. Crikey! Okay, that's all of those bits, and now I have to take off these. I assume something's flashing red when I highlight them, but I'd have to take off all this stuff as well. Wow. Performance engine, I guess, requires higher performance from the mechanic. Well, oh, there's another bolt there, look. Good grief. Okay, we're getting there. Getting there slowly. I didn't have to take all the sparkies out as well, that would be a step too far. Just trying to take the oil filler. You have to take the oil filler cap off first either. That's a luxury. So can I have got to the timing belt there? Look. Yeah. Cheating? Nil, son. Do it proper. Right, now I can get to these timing belts. Nope. I have to do them in order. Okay, that's less annoying. Right, so belt tensioner. Yes, that must be it. So now we can finally start putting it all back together. Not before, when I did it too early. Crikey. Well, at least when you're in this mode, it shows you the parts that need to go back on. If you had to actually just know what had to go back on, I'd never be able to do this. It's bad enough remembering what I need to buy at the shop, let alone what all the bits came on and off the vehicle. There's the crankshaft pulley, make sure you put that on properly. Yeah. Alright, yes, and that bit, for the things that does, that pulleys the water, it's very useful. Yeah. All these different rollers, because we're going to have lots of complicated belts all over the place in a minute. Just make you feel like you've got a fancy car. You've spent a lot of money on this car. You want it to be absolutely freaking impossible to understand. So otherwise you feel that any old bodger could have made it. Alright. Oh no, not quite done. All this faff that I went through. I have to put these back on, of course. Do 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 do. Yeah, I don't really care about which one it is, to be honest. Let's put them all back in a funny order. That's usually the ticket, isn't it? Let's put them back in a special order, something to do with the distance from the engine, or I don't know, some bollocks. Good. Mumble mutter. That's what I'm being good at the moment. Muttering and mumbling. Oh yeah, every time I think I'm done, there's still a bunch more crap to do. The life of a mechanic. Woo! Alright. Was that everything? It feels like I've been bolting and unbolting forever. Oh no. I think that goes on after the belts, of course. Right, now that might be everything. Apart from a warning that this car's colour could seriously damage your health. Belt tensioner. Huh. Could have sworn I'd done that, but... Oh yeah, there we go. Different. That was the idle roll I put on, not the belt tensioner, I remember. Okay. That all seems good. £4 for that one. But still just 100 XP. Oh well. It's all good. It's all good. That's what they say. 20 to 12 apparently. It's almost time for lunch, but before then, Might have time for another job, but no, actually stuff it. I think I'm going to go to lunch. Well, enjoy yourselves, everybody, and I hope you enjoyed watching me shove my way through the V8 there. There's a red light down there, look. Ever more interesting things to peer out the window at. Oh, how far away can I activate this from? Okay, I'm just wasting time now. Good. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed the nonsense, and come back soon for more nonsensage. Which isn't a word. Well, I guess it is now. Ugh.